Right, welcome back to GearCity. I believe we are getting ready to release a new model year, which is probably going to be a bit more of a major bit of work than the last model year, because I believe I'm going to actually do an entirely new engine. Actually, let's not go based off the old one. We'll design an engine, make a straight for gasoline. We can use single overhead camshaft now, which does get a lot more RPM and reliability, though the size isn't as good. And it will require engineering skills and the F valve probably is still. Did we use F valve on I can't remember. No, we used an L head. And this few engines. Let's just start over here. We'll do straight for gasoline. So we used the L valve last time, flatheads, but now we have an F valve available to us, which is intake over exhaust, which is all pretty balanced. I believe overall down the line the SOHC single overhead camshaft is overall better due to fuel economy and whatnot, but I think for this vehicle we're just going to use an F valve. Hey, we also have a supercharger available, which will give us a lot of give us more power, but it'll be expensive, I believe. We'll glance at that but I believe we're just gonna go naturally aspirated. Alright, close out of this. So we have our engineer, our FF. So our new engine with just flat basic settings here will be a unit cost of $295 versus 107. We're probably we'll get that price down. So let's put this on the pickup truck. We can just use, this isn't going to fit, but I'm just going to put that right there for now. We certainly don't need 20 horsepower. I mean, our last engine only had, 2 horsepower. What is it? Yeah, 2 horsepower. Let's just do a quick glance, see what the HOC, the single overhead cam would get us. Would get us a 24, but it would, it's not that big of a gain, though it would make the engine a little bit bigger. And torque would stay the same too. Let's go ahead and knock the size down a little bit. We could actually make this fit on the old chassis, which I'm not too worried about. Now the stroke, you don't want either, because you see, either extreme does. Though the more stroke you have, the more torque you get, but generally I tend to balance it pretty well. We'll go probably like 100. Ooh, don't need 1,000. We'll go 100. That's fine. We'll buff up the length and width to see how that works. Because that will lower the price. I don't want it to be too much more of an expensive engine, but it's going to be a significant increase in general. Getting okay miles per gallon. This is a big effector of your MPG. But bear in mind, if you don't have enough power, you're not going to be getting much MPG anyways. So let's get 100 back to 100. Probably actually not going to be completely bottom lining everything. Probably gonna leave torque up. Good. Bump down the revolutions though. Let's see if we can get even 1,000 out of that. How's our 40 miles an hour? But really low miles per gallon. That might be cured by the gearbox we're gonna do too. And it's not big of an issue just yet anyways. Let's just leave it at that, 15 horsepower. We'll see if we can get this under 200. Which doesn't look too hard. Could get a bit more. Technology looks like it might actually, but This will give it a better reliability rating, which is probably a good idea. Now, fuel economy, we're not gonna like that. What is it? The 1st of 2019. Let's see if we can get this to 8 months. A little bit more expensive, but it'll do. Yeah, that's not too bad. 160, that's not too big of an increase. We'll see if we can get back to 15 horsepower though. There we go. Yeah, it's not a bad looking engine. Sort of middling, I think, but not too much using these, stats from our old parts, but it'll do. Alright, let's go ahead and build that. We'll call this I4 15 horsepower 1909. And we'll go do a chassis for it. We'll actually build a new one. There might be some new parts. I believe we used carriage frame on the last one. We now have the ladder frame available to us, which gives a lot more strength, performance, safety, durability, though it is a lot heavier. Yeah, we'll use a ladder frame. We have a bunch of new drivetrains available. I believe. Yeah, front engine rear drive is the standard one. Though we have, 4-wheel drive. Which, bear in mind, we are a truck, so it might be a good idea to have a 4-wheel drive. But they're overall better drivetrains. Let's just do front rear. I don't think we need to get too worrisome about this. But we can always look at it in the stats window with everything open. Let's see here. That'll be $1 more, but it'll lower dependability. trailing arm. All these seem to lower dependability while increasing price, so I'm not gonna screw around with it. We could do front engine 4-wheel drive, which will give us $10, but overall increase the everything, which might not be too bad, but we're just gonna do front rear. Select our new i4 for stats comparisons. 35 miles an hour. See if we can adjust our oh yeah, we should fit this here because it'll give us if it fits or not. Frame height. Oh yeah, it says. Do that. Maybe. Leaner is more expensive, but it is a truck. And we'll slow things down a little. 500 pounds. Okay, that we can't really shorten it too much. But we can adjust the width down a lot. Since it's exponential, or I think it is, it's like if you go one here and then go other, it's going to be, you know, more expensive. But if we go half and half, we can get, you know, better overall price. Alright, that's looking good. Stability. We can probably actually make a halfway decent chassis here, though. Being as it's for a truck, we don't need much in the way of comfort. That's good. I'll make it easier to manufacture, but I'll do that. Design ride comfort, which we don't really need. Increase strength, but increase requirements. Not sure what. Well, okay, it's just for research. Get that balanced. Kind of aiming for around 100, but seeing as component quality will be a significant, not really change anything unless it's all the way up. We're just gonna buff that down. Technology. Putting a little bit more effort into this vehicle because we have a lot more capability and we have a lot more economic power and we have, you know, a bigger base. We can, and the technology and all that are way up there. We can actually, you know, make something more than utter shite, really. Design requirements is not really matter, but we'll keep it at $90 if we can. There we go. Let's see if we can. Yeah. There we go. Fine. $90. That'll work. We call this. Let's see if we can actually even out those width and lengths. Let's go 35, 25. There we go. front rear. 35, 25, 35, 25, 1909. Alright, now for the gearbox. Unsynchronized manual. This time will actually give us some speeds to the vehicle. Probably 2-3 speed. We'll look at it. Transaxle, that's for if you have a transverse engine. We'll give it a reverse gear. I don't remember if we actually gave the reverse gear to our first pickup truck. Alright, so 113. What's our old price? $50. Give our new chassis in here and our new engine. Let's see here. I think we actually can get by with just 2-speed. It's not going to change that much. These don't affect price, it's solely for performance. And these stats. High-end gearing generally. But being as this is a truck gearbox, we probably want more torque in general. Our new engine gives us, I think, around 100 torque, so we don't really need that up at all. We'll probably go somewhat cheaper end on this. Material quality. Except for maybe performance or something. And fuel economy. But shifting ease we don't need. Nine months. 9109. Alright, that seems to be knock just that up a notch to give it a little bit the extra star, but yeah. Alright, let's give that 2-speed 1909. There we go. All our parts are being made. Let's pass some turns. Get some reserves on there. Might be time to lower our prices a little bit. Ooh, to the total production costs aren't too great. Maybe we can find somewhere to add a branch. We can put a cheaper branch in Pittsburgh. And we'll dip down our production a bit. We'll actually dip down our production speed a little bit instead of outright. We're still making good money. We can reevaluate as the turns progress. actually do that. There we go. Selling as many as we're producing, and we're a few months from having to design our vehicle. Probably be around 1910 when we get our vehicle out. Still not fulfilling all our demand, which is good. Take some reserves again. You can set this to, I believe, to basically automatically adjust things, I believe. Yeah, auto produce and all that. I generally don't. I micromanage it. Probably not a great idea, but when you get larger, I assume it's kind of a good idea, but... Oh, and our parts are done. Research complete. Yep. While we're thinking about it, let's license out these new parts. We'll give this one 4,000 for $6. License out the engine. We'll give that 10,000 for 15. Or 12, I think, is probably. No, we'll go 10. Gearbox. 2,000 for free. Hopefully I can actually catch if people license those out and take a look at the vehicles they're making with my parts. Forgot to do that with the old parts. So, vehicle, new generation, new parts. There we go. Do we have a new body? We do. Old one. Bull, that looks kind of nice. Slate, I think that was one we used. The Valor. And the Woodley. I can look at that bull. Let's check the ratings. 25 miles an hour. Albion is 26. Slate is 29. It's probably the fastest unless the Valor is more. 27. Let's check the total cargo since I believe in this it actually matters. You're 77 cubic feet. Valor is 71. You're 58, so yeah, you're gonna get replaced. You are 86. You're probably the best choice. But let's just go based on... yeah, let's actually do this weird vehicle here. Alright. Let's give it a paint job first. Let's go ahead and go with the blue similar to the... Let's go design the body. Not gonna go weird that out. We'll leave the steering wheel, I guess. Give it a smaller windshield. Looks like a bit weird. Give it a longer roof. It looks better flat. Maybe a better cut on it. Cut of its jib. That doesn't need to be done. Let's give it a, let's see, 27. That doesn't seem to affect. Could give it a tiny little one, which still doesn't affect. Rear, fender, trunk. Give it a longer trunk, which would affect, I believe, 73, 72. It does get another cubic foot of space. No, the top. Well, it kind of looks weird if we... It's only 1 cubic foot, it'll do. This doesn't seem to really affect it, so we'll go low. Tires and body parts. We'll throw some on. Drag placement. Yes. There, it's just being weird. Tire narrow, tire tall. There we go. Not gonna put too much effort into this, but I'll give it some basic parts. Go. We'll give it a grill as well, maybe. That mirrors. Mirrors kind of look weird on that. Don't have any doors on it, so no point in that. Yeah, that looks fine. Call this 1910 truck. Material testing summary. 417 with the new parts, which compared to the new one is only like $50 more. Let's see if we can give it some more. Stars. This would boost a specific type. Give us a few extra cubic foot of space, which would boost our specific type. Will actually be little bit more reliability. You have a fair bit of extra dependability, actually. Yeah, let's go with this. This'll work. The Miffles Vulcan 1910. I'll be done in a year. Could probably boost it up to design speed to actually get that out, but now, as you can see, if you look around, since we hit 1910, some of the stuff around the office has changed. Not much in the... Oh, I see something. We actually have parts on the public offering. We have Kramer, Bluist, Derp, yeah, Duroc, Floggle. And Fred Lawn contracted a component. I-4 15 horsepower. Let's go see what Fred Lawn did with our 15 horsepower engine. Might be in the showroom. Wish it was an all. Fred, I think it's this one. Yeah, the Fred Lawn Hell, which is a luxury sedan. Free speed ladder frame. Anything else they put it in? Full size sedan. Vans, no. Long Bliss. Limousines. Nope. They put V6 in their limousine. Cars not there. Phaetons. Roadsters. I wish you could just see all their vehicles on a convenient list. Yep. This was sedan, street brake, sports. They have a 140 horsepower engine in their sports car, which is kind of ridiculous for this era, but I assume they're racing it. Touring car, town car. So yeah, they got a luxury sedan with our vehicles. How is our licensing revenues? We're getting some from the i2, and it's mainly just the i4 15 horsepower, okay? Nine months until the vehicle is out. Let's adjust our production. Only one unfulfilled demand. How's our lobbyist doing? Didn't save us any money, oh well. Yeah, the Miffles Vulcan is kinda at the end of its age right now. It's starting to really drop off, I think. Though it's still selling the most in the United States. But it's really starting to feel the age. some more turns. Losing a bit of money, but it's fine. We're just preparing for the new vehicle. We're all actually contracted a component. I'll go see. Oh, they contracted our front rear 4525. See what they did with that. Yeah, since it doesn't see, say, meh, oh well. But we got our new vehicle out. Let's go ahead and any reserves? Nope. Okay, so we can just check here. Selling for claiming 1,000. Let's give it an even 1,000. Auto command. Let's replace the 1904 with the 1909. Actually, we don't need to do that. We'll end production of the 1904 and we'll start production on you. We'll start with 8 lines. It used to be you also had to switch over the marketing since the marketing was per vehicle, but I don't think it's a thing anymore. Yeah, they're selling. People freaking love them. North America, we'll add another line to them. Go see what the reviews have for our. Many vehicles come and go. Most are duds like the Limonades, but a few stand out like the Yingi Freyer. So this month we'll be looking at the Vulcan to see where it stands as a Mythos keeper. Even though the Mythos Vulcan wasn't designed for it, our first test was a track. Right now, we knew this pickup truck was an underperformer. It's too weak to move us around the track at a decent speed. Ooh, I alt tab there to check my time. Let's go back to that. Average for its class. Actually handles better than your typical pickup truck. Its cornering abilities surpass the norm. So if it's weaving through cars and traffic or trying to do a lap around our track, the Vulcan is a good choice. Nothing says you made it better than owning a Mythos Vulcan. It's considered quite adequate. Its 75 cubic feet could be considered quite adequate for its class. The workmanship is unparalleled. The dog is said to be man's best friend, but that saying isn't true anymore. I propose the Mythos Vulcan is truly man's best friend. Not once in our long-term testing did it need repair. The 3 miles per gallon may not look great, but there are worse options out there. When it comes out, there should only be one vehicle. Have you thought of it? It's the Mythos Falcon, the best pickup truck he's ever driven. Alright, great. And with that, I think it's time to actually end the episode. Ta-ta.